Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave, and today we're going to be taking a look at 3 alternatives to Jadon Sancho for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United. This video is brought to you with OneFootball. If you want to check out their app and help us out, there'll be a link in the description below, so go and give that a download right now. Of course, we'll be doing Ask Dave again, so get in the comments with all your big questions around the world of football. Subscribe if you do, like that goddamn video, but anyway, let's get this party started. With Manchester United heavily linked with a move for Jadon Sancho, it seems they're in the market for reinforcements on the right wing. The player seems to be interested in a return to the Premier League, and Borussia Dortmund themselves have stated they're open to business, only for their value for the player, which is reported to be around 120 million. So with that considered, here's 3 alternatives to Jadon Sancho that United could look to sign. First up is Federico Chiesa. Last summer, Chiesa and Sancho were on similar trajectories. Right wingers that looked like they were stars in the making. But while Sancho got his head down and put in some impressive attacking numbers, Chiesa's head was turned by a move to Juventus that never really materialised. And by the time he returned to form, he was playing up front in a different system. But this doesn't make Chiesa a bad player. In fact, this is probably the best time to get the Italian, when he's available for a lower price that undervalues his talent. Former Italy coach Cesare Prandelli even believes Chiesa can be one of the best players in Europe if he's played in his natural position on the right flank. In Fiorentina's back 3 system, Chiesa operates as a split striker, drifting wide to pick up possession and running the channels. The role makes good of the Italian's energy and aggression, pressing his opponents out of the back and stretching the opposition with vertical runs. But it allows him to drift wide where he can receive the ball to feet, turn and run at the opponent. What allows Chiesa to excel is his technique. He's technically very gifted, which allows him to maintain control of the ball when dribbling, changing directions quickly and striking the ball really well. His ability to do that, to strike the ball well, sees him generate massive power from very little backlift, which can catch goalkeepers off guard. A great example of this came with his goal against Atalanta. Atalanta in their own third. They look to clear the ball and Chiesa fairly nudges Pasalic out of the way and Fiorentina regain possession. They play it to Lirola, who moves the ball forward, who gives it to Benassi, whose cross is cleared. Chiesa controls the loose ball and gets his shot away, which flies into the bottom corner, a goal out of absolutely nothing. Thanks to not only Chiesa's aggression in regaining possession, but his technique when striking the ball. If you watch it clearly, the goalkeeper isn't set as Chiesa strikes the ball, and he doesn't start to dive until the ball has travelled half the distance to the goal. What makes Chiesa so dangerous, however, is his movement. He loves attacking the space either in behind the defences or in the box, making double movements. First one way, then readjusting to get in front of the defenders. Combining his intelligence with his energy, work rate and speed, Federico Chiesa is a very dangerous player on the counter-attack. In last season's Coppa Italia quarter-final against Roma, he scored a hat-trick, with all 3 goals coming from dangerous movement on the counter-attack. The first goal starts with Benassi in possession. He puts Morales in behind, and Chiesa makes a run to the back post, pulling the defender that way before he checks and comes centrally to finish calmly across the goal. Excellent out-to-in movement to create space for himself. His second goal comes from a straight run, with Morales in possession his own half. He cuts across the pitch and plays Chiesa in from the halfway to take 2 touches before chipping the goalkeeper. Super composed play from the forward, and finally his third goal. Morales again in possession halfway. He plays it to Benassi down the line as Chiesa makes a run to the back post, taking the defender's attention that way before he checks as Benassi lifts it in, stealing ahead of the defender and lacing the ball home with his weaker left foot. 3 really efficient counter-attacks and 3 different finishes that showcases not only Chiesa's movement to finish these moves, but his technique and composure in high-pressure situations. In fact, 50% of Chiesa's career goals have come on the counter-attack, highlighting his threat from these situations. With all this considered, he'd be an excellent signing for Manchester United. His natural position would allow him easily to slot into Solskjaer's 4-2-3-1 on the right. His energy and movement makes him a perfect fit in that position for what Ole is looking to implement complement. He's an unusual goal-scoring winger in that he plays on the same side as his stronger foot, similar to Sadio Mane in his first season at Liverpool or Raheem Sterling under Pep Guardiola, but Chiesa also would bring a similar attitude to Marcus Rashford on the right-hand side, making dangerous, intensive runs for 90 minutes. Whilst his experience this season playing as a split striker would allow Ollie to either use him in a 4-4-2 diamond or the back three system in bigger games if he chooses to. With Jadon Sancho's transfer saga likely to rumble on for a while, a great way to keep up to date right now is the OneFootball app. Go and download it right now, follow Jadon Sancho, and you'll be able to see all of his movements in and around Europe. Is he in Dortmund? Is he in Manchester? Where is he? Find out on the OneFootball app. The link will be in the description below. But also you can follow your favourite teams, players and competitions to get that personalised news feed. But again, it's transfer season, so you just want to follow Jadon Sancho. The app is in the link in the description below, so go and check it out if you want to help the channel. The second alternative to Sancho comes in the form of Brazilian wonderkid Gabriel Veron. Sancho is such a generational talent that when you're looking for alternatives, you either have to look older, with the likes of Chiesa as we mentioned before, or younger at the next Sancho. And Brazil's conveyor belt has started up again, with mainly Real Madrid splashing the cash on Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo and Reina. After those guys, the next big thing coming out of Brazil is Veron. The 17-year-old was named the player of the tournament at the last Under-17s World Cup and looks like a serious talent. And with 3 Brazilian Serie A goal involvements in just 70 minutes of action, he looks like he's translating that youth form to the professional stage. He's built a lot like Sergio Aguero, or for the hipsters, Romario, stocky with a low centre of gravity, combining the acceleration with pace. But he's also got the physical attributes to succeed. Veron is a versatile forward capable of playing on the left like he has done for Palermes as an inverted winger, or where he starred for Brazil's Under-17s on the right wing. Bit more traditional. He's a very two-footed player and so comfortable with the ball at his feet, accelerating into space, then changing directions to get away from defenders. His main aim when he's got the ball at his feet is to attack the space. If the space is on the outside, that's where he'll go and get a cross away. Alternatively, if the space is centrally, he'll feint and look to get a shot away. The problem for defenders is that his jinking movement can open up space either way, and his two-footedness means he can exploit these situations. A dangerous and unpredictable combination that he used to exploit the Goiás fullback, collecting the ball wide left, coming inside, chopping back, then straightening up to shape to cut in, but going on the outside and laying the ball on a plate for Duda. He's such an exciting footballer that not only dazzles with his direct dribbling, completing an impressive 60% of his 5.8 dribbles per game, but works exceedingly hard for the team, making a combined 5.8 tackles plus interceptions per game. The youngster has clearly been influenced by the modern Brazilian greats like Romario and Ronaldinho, stylistically, whilst maintaining a pretty impressive healthy output. Not only averaging 0.5 actual goals and assists per game, but is expected to be involved in an extra 0.27 goals per game, which suggests that his output will only increase as he becomes more mature. Obviously not a player that will be expected to fire Manchester United to the 2020-21 Champions League and Premier League, but a start for the future that United will be wise to make a move now. But the third alternative is one that could come in at the closest level to Jadon Sancho, and that is Adama Traore. The improvement from Traore this season has been absolutely remarkable. He's gone from being a tunnel vision dribbler that didn't slow himself down in the final third, meaning that he couldn't hold down a starting position for Wolves, to forcing his way as a wing-back who looked to beat his man and getting his head up and pick a pass before Nuno Espirito Santo forced to switch systems to accommodate him. His evolution under Nuno has seen his decision-making massively improve, and it's given him a direction in the final third, beating his man and then looking for Raul Jimenez with a pass or cross. Considering how hard it is to stop Traore, with him completing the most dribbles across Europe's top 5 leagues this season, it gives him a number of chances to tee up Jimenez in every game. In fact, only Kevin De Bruyne to Aguero is a more frequent assister to goal scorer combination than Traore to Jimenez. Traore is now on a level with the best out-and-out wingers in the Premier League, in terms of a wide man who looks to beat the defender on the outside before getting his cross away, as well as he's doing it in a Wolves counter-attacking system. He could take his game to another level for a team that plays more front-footed football, and Manchester United are certainly looking to do that. Lining up alongside Martial and Rashford and ahead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Adama Traore will be given the whole right flank to take on his man and send in those low crosses or cutbacks for its pacey teammates. However, Manchester United should ignore these alternatives and move directly for Sancho. Even if the forward costs 120 million, 130 million, 140 million, he's already a world-class footballer and one of the best in his position despite only being 20. His 2 full seasons as a professional has seen him outperform Messi in assists, while still hitting double figures for goals in each of those seasons. And even if his attacking output isn't enough to justify the price, it's more of an investment anyway, turning a profit should he be sold or locking down Manchester United's right wing for the next 10 years if he wasn't. But anyway guys, it's now time for Ask Dave. This question comes in from Paranjoy Gupta. Which position do you think has most evolved as the game has evolved over the years? Hashtag Ask Dave. Remember, if you want to ask questions, get into the comments below, use the hashtag and we'll answer it on the next video. For me, the position that has evolved the most in recent years, of course, is fullbacks. From flying fullbacks out wide that become wingers in Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson for Liverpool, but also Pep Guardiola's uses of inverted fullbacks over the last few seasons at Manchester City and Bayern Munich before. Fullbacks are the guys that really make the impact in the final third. Now, take a look at Trent Alexander-Arnold, 28 assists in the Premier League and Champions League combined over the last 2 seasons, putting him up there with the best creators in Europe. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a little bit like David Beckham. His delivery and his ability to play different passes into the box is absolutely phenomenal. He tops the charts in terms of passes in the box in the Premier League and has one of the top touches as well in the opposition's half, which highlights the fact that the role of the fullback has massively evolved. Fullbacks are no longer Lee Dixon style, boring, defensive, not going forward. They have to implement stuff in the final third to assist their teammates. But anyway guys, what do you think? Which position has evolved the most in football over the last few years? Get into the comments below and also get your questions in. Hashtag Ask Dave. But also, should Manchester United sign Sancho or one of the alternatives that we've given, or one of your own alternatives? Get in the poll above and the comments below. Make sure, of course, to download the football app. I've been Statman Dave, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out some more content on the Statman Dave YouTube channel?